All right. We're going to clean that up. I'm going to keep this RTH low, weekly low, monthly low, but I'm just going to reword that monthly low. Don't need all those extra words. Let's take this opacity down. Don't need it, but we want to keep it. I'm going to lock it. I think that's more important than this RTH low, but I'm actually going to keep it as well. We're going to lower that opacity. I'm going to lock it. That way I don't have to move it. So our Tuesday reminders, let's do that. Check one thing here. And let's close that. Perfect. Okay, let's do our Tuesday reminders, guys. Stops, they are just a cost of doing business. That's all. Just like if you owned a convenience store, you're going to have rent and you're going to have insurance and you're going to have theft. It's just a cost of doing business. It's no big deal. Take the stop and move on. It's what you do when you're in drawdown that determines whether or not the loss will be contained or if it's going to get out of control. So just look at it. It's just a cost of doing business. Get out. It either bounced or it doesn't. We're basically bounce traders. We draw lines, price comes to it, and it bounces. It either bounces or it doesn't. Why do we need to stay in a trade if it does that? There's only one special circumstance in which I would let that happen. It'd be if I was at the bottom of the range and it was, all those criteria we look for there, and I'm willing to take some heat because of the trade location, and I'm willing to play more of chess on the chart. That's just me. Cost of doing business. But one thing you never do when price goes against you is make things worse, right? Stay alive to trade another day. Keep the powder dry. You don't have to prove you could trade in yesterday's disgusting large candle, go nowhere price action. You don't have to prove that. Just get out, close your platform and walk. It's okay. Stops provide information. What is it telling you? The first thing I want to know when I take a stop, was that a legit level? No level, no trade. We know that. But was it a legit level if I take a stop? The second thing I like to ask when I take a stop, am I on the wrong side of price action here? Am I just countering so hard? Sometimes I am countering so hard. And it's like, okay, yeah, I am doing that. That's okay. You're going to take stops. So when the bulls are in control and you're shorting, you're going to take stops. When the bears are in control and you're taking longs, you're going to have stops. But what information is that providing me? One of the other things for me personally, am I prediction trading? So I'm getting in early. So when you take a stop, it is worthy to step back for a second and say, what is that telling me? Am I being early? Am I prediction trading? Am I on the wrong side of price action and I need to flip? If you're following our system really, really well, it's that third one. I'm on the wrong side of price action and I need to flip. But you know you better than me, and that's why you should be journaling, right? Be a professional loser. You are a risk manager first and foremost. Because you're managing risk all day long. You're not really a trader because you only trade very little. You're really a risk manager all day long. You're watching your hand, slapping your hand away from the mouse when you're about to do something dumb. You close your platform when you're nowhere near a trade. So you're risk managing all day long. And it's like being a teacher and you're redirecting kids' behavior all day long. You're redirecting your behavior all day long. It's exhausting. And that's one reason I don't recommend you try to trade all day. It's exhausting. So only trade when you are the best you and you're being well behaved. Is the level clean, clear, and crisp? Has it been tested? Is it in a fair value gap? Is it with trend or is it with counter trend? And that's why when we get a trending move directionally, one second. Pardon me. When you get a directional move and you're, say, long, remove all the lines on your chart up here. that makes you want to go short. You don't need them. All you need is the price action. Do I have a backup level? Not required, but I like them. And how many backup levels? You know, sometimes you'll get a break level trade and 3 points underneath that's a backside or something. That's good. Really, really nice. What is the distance of the ideal stop loss? And am I trading with an appropriate stop loss for that distance? There's no sense in trading 15-point candles when the ATR is telling you your ideal stop loss is 15 to 25
levels, especially front sides.
When the ideal stop loss is telling you 15 to 25 points and your leverage metrics can't handle 15 to 40, 25 points. So what do? You close your platform and walk. You wait till conditions align with your leverage metrics. Why is that so hard to do? It's really hard for a lot of traders. Yeah. Am I with trend? Are we parabolic? One thing we don't do is counter parabolic moves. If you do, small, strategic, with a tight stop. But don't do it as a good piece of advice. Does this entry deserve full risk or should I dial it down? This looks like dial it down day. Dial it down day. That's funny. DDD. All right. No, that's not really DDD. Dial it down day. Come on. All right. Squirrel. Never ever jump into a trade because you think know or have a hunch what price will do. You don't know what it's going to do. Just because you were right the last 10 trades, the next trade is still a 50-50 proposition at best. We don't know what price is going to do. You don't know if some whale somewhere around the world or Trump is pressing send on a tweet. You don't know. Every trade the outcome is unknowable. All you have to know what you're going to do is what am I going to do when that happens? You should have already know your ideal stop loss. You should have already decided, is it worth full risk or should I dial it down? And number of ladders is very important, especially when you're wanting to short and you've already had 5 to 7 ladder downs. On the long side, it doesn't seem to matter because ES is an upward moving instrument. But on the downside, we're always calculating how many ladder downs and how many strong levels has price action taken. So, what is everybody doing here? Do I need this? I don't need this. We don't have any news drivers today, do we? I don't think we do. I can't get Financial Juice or Forex Factory to load because of Cloudflare to see if there's anything new. I know Trump is welcoming in the Saudi prince and prime minister or whatever his name is today and having like a dinner or something this evening, and will be due to speak I think after the closing, but you know how that works. It's always a wild card. Still, it's weird to see London inside of the Asia session. We know that will not last. So we are right here at the watch out below number. It becomes scary. And the downside could be violent. And I don't have to be in that trade. If it does start vomiting, awesome. We know what that gives us. We're going to squeeze. Will that squeeze happen today? I don't know. But a squeeze is coming. We're really good at trading those. You know, one of the things I talked about this morning in the AM briefing, which I thought was really good, and I'll actually be a YouTube short. This ladder back versus this ladder back. Which one of these do we want to trade? Which one are we looking for? Well, we know without a doubt we're looking for this guy. We're looking for this guy. So yesterday when I was trading this, I knew that as well. Oops, thought I had a circle going on. When I was trading this yesterday, I was like, this is not the ladder back with a vengeance we're looking for. But it's in a trade location I'm interested in trying along there. And I think I was long 3 different times. Just couldn't quite hold on. But this price action here resembles this disgusting price action. It's really not the price action we want to trade. We want to wait for this. Clean, clear, crisp, snappy, with a vengeance. with level development. Is there any level development here? Jack. Is there any level development here? Jack. Is there level development here? Oh, yeah. All right. Well, welcome YouTube and welcome members. Thank you for being here. Hopefully we'll get a great entry. We didn't get a great entry yesterday. You had to be real aggressive, and I kept saying, I wouldn't trade this. I just wouldn't trade this. Hopefully today it's not that day. I don't like saying that. I like trading. But I have also learned to step back and know, don't trade this. Don't trade this. So we'll wait to see what happens. Any push ups, I really need to see us get above here. Don't think I'm interested in trading this range at this time. That could change based upon what happens the next hour or so. If we come up here and just keep bumping our heads into this and getting rejected, then that becomes a really strong level for a reclaim long. Right now, I don't count this very much. So I'm just hanging back, guys. I can't even map out my first trade yet. I really can't. Of course, it's going to be coming down and laddering back up above, but we're here at the watch out below. This is a scary location. I also wouldn't be shocked if this was the low of the week right here. Wouldn't be shocked that we start laddering up and go, go, go. We will, my gut tells me just focus on 3-minute core strategy levels today. And so feel like I got a lot of intuition going on. Let me adjust something here. Here, let's raise that to there. Beautiful. All right. There is no battle plan 5 or 6. All right. Maybe we can take one more low, get a good move over. You're welcome, Darren. Was that good information? We kind of do the same reminders each day of the week. Tuesdays is the same, Wednesdays are the same, and every now and then I'll switch it up based upon the needs of the group. So couldn't take the London low. I'm just not trading this. I don't trust this. Sometimes we pop on the chart and we're just full of confidence. I'm not. So I'm not looking to trade here. Didn't get our push down. Now you're getting this violent push there. Let's turn on this. Probably 15-point candle. First candle of the day. There's your blood on the chart. Yeah, so I'm hanging back. I'm doing nothing. I probably won't trade today. $15 to start the day. My goodness. And didn't even take the London low. I am not trading this. Like, seriously. I've got to see something really juicy. And if my only job today is to stop you from trading this, I did my job. It was worth your $5 of membership today. If we can get something good, we'll trade it. But nothing about this is telling me to trade. And so there's your first 15-point candle. You get 3 of those. It's advised just to close down and walk. There are easier days to trade. Good morning, Mr. Scott Clark. So I'm just hanging back and watching. I don't trust any of this yet. I need something good that gives me a very small stop loss. I wish we could go ahead and do one of those 2 or 3% down days. Just, just let's just rip it. I feel like the chart needs a reset with a big vomit day. 2 15-point candles in a row, gentlemen and ladies. Sorry, Rose. I know you don't take offense, but 2 15-point candles, traders. Danger, danger. So I am just watching. My DOM is open in full disclosure, but it's only open because I'm streaming on YouTube, and I just don't. I want to handle as few of the things as possible if I wanted to launch my DOM, but I have zero interest in trading. But in general, I would recommend your DOM closed at this point. Wherever you place your orders. If you place them on TradingView, well, just be logged out of your platform. You could be logged out and go down there and log in real quick. It's easy. Just one extra step if you need that to help protect yourself from yourself. So 2 15-point candles to start the day. A lot of red on tech. There don't really seem to be any bulls here. I'm only going to trade to the north if I can get some really strong I think so. I think so, Scott. Here, let me do this. Let me remove this. Let's measure that candle. Yeah, first candle, 27 points. Yeah, welcome. Good luck using a 6-point stop loss. You know, when we have these really large candles, and I think it was Mr. James Paul that pointed this out, and I appreciate that. It's stayed in my mind since. So when we are over here on this side, look at these numbers here. This is 5 points of distance. This is a great way to view the chart in normal price action. Let's come over here in normal price action. 5 points is not a bad way to view the chart, is it? But then when you start getting these big candles, it becomes real obvious. If you squish this down, all of a sudden that looks like a normal candle. That is not a normal candle, which is one reason I like the coloring. Because even if you don't have it at scale, red is in your face. And that's why they're colored red. I want it to be a pattern interrupt where you go, whoa. So if we get 3 15-point candles out of the gate, I would just close down and walk if you wanted, or just watch for the love of price action. It's not every day you get 3 15-point candles out of the gate. We are truly at watch out below. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot I want to trade here. We trade live each morning from 15 minutes before the market opens till 10 Central, which is 11 Eastern, and then the rest of the day we're posting inside the group. But we're live each morning to put a framework on the price action, hopefully get into a trade, and we nurse our runner for the rest of the day. Okay, you didn't get a third 15-point candle, but you did get an 8. I thought for sure that was going to go there. All right. So, bulls are winning the opening. At this very moment, they're winning the VWAP. They didn't even have to grab the London liquidity to do that. So Score on the side of the bulls here. Now we still have had 0 level development versus this move here. Beautiful level development. That's what we're looking for. This is nothing. This is crap. This is get your butt handed to you. So no, thank you. I need something new. That's a phrase we love to use, and it's a good one. I just need something new now. How weird is this? Look at
No
that.
level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
Asia, London. This is like one of those Russian eggs, isn't it? And RDH inside of that. No, thank you. I can turn this off because I don't need it. We're like one of those little Russian eggs here. I have no interest. We really need to push down into here, preferably even down to here. That's where I'm interested in trading price. Where do I have where do I have battle plan 4? I have battle plan 4 down here. Let's get to here. Let's get down into here. Give us some that would be something new. This is nothing new. Let's scroll over here to RTH. No trading here. Maybe if we pop this with a vengeance, we could take a long off the retouch of the strong against the London high, and the out would be under the London high to at least come back and test here. And we have those set of single prints up there I gave you in last night's battle plan. I don't need this. So let's go ahead and just turn on the single prints there. So preferably, I guess let's throw on our magnet like we did yesterday. Preferably, I'd like to see it come down to here, and then let's see what price does. I don't think I'm interested in a trade inside of the London range. Overtrading has always been my kryptonite. Before coming here, large candles excited me. I need to change that mindset. Well, it's exciting to get range, but you got to give me an entry. You know, I don't mind the big red candles. I will trade them, but I got to have a level. I got to have something really good. It does get you excited. It makes your heart pump. That's just where you got to slow down, Darren, and you know, and just remind yourself: no level, no trade. No level, no trade. No level, no trade. Because I love when I'll tell you how I like the 15-point candles to talk about it for a second. Let's say I had a level here, okay? And I get a 15-point candle into it. And I love this level. And the completion of this candle is about a 15-pointer. I don't mind taking that if I love the trade location and I love the level. Sometimes that's going to hand your butt to you. You're going to get a 27-pointer. That's a very unusual candle on a 3-minute chart to have 27-pointer. Usually 15 is kind of the limit. So sometimes I will take that, and I'll tell you that, hey, we got a level there, and if a 15-point candle comes into it, I'm taking it. And then I'm very quick on the break even or whatnot. Scott, I wish I could explain that to you, but I can't. It takes I can't tell you that. I can't teach you that during this session while I'm trading. But what would be a level? I mean, there's lots of levels. One of the levels is the London low, right? Or an Asia low or an RTH low. That's an example of a level. But at this point, I've got nothing. We really need to get out of the London session. I have no interest. Zero. Mr. Joe Turner in the house. So that is the third 15-point candle. That is red. That is blood on the streets. 1, 2, 3. Um, this would definitely be a time to, in the AM briefing, I was very specific about dialing down risk today. Certainly the best dial down risk is platform closed. Moving to paper trading only. You got a 27-point candle, 15-point candle, 8-point candle, 15-point candle going nowhere. Absolutely nothing to trade here. We've got an elevated ATR of 8.6. We got all this red here. I really want us to come on down. The magnet worked really well for us yesterday. We'll see if it works today. This is certainly a no trading environment, as I have been honestly screaming for the last day or so. Very dangerous location on the chart. We'll wait to see if we can get something good. I'm not afraid to trade it because, boy, you get a 15-point candle going your way, you're done for the day. But I'm just not interested in trading here. The bulls are defending. This is the warning shot to bulls, and I believe they are behaving like it. But, boy, below here, it's watch out below. Second push down and defended pretty darn good there, guys. So as we're saying, we're waiting for something new. I still don't really want to trade inside of the London range, but I do like the defense here without having to grab the low. I do like that. I like that a lot. That doesn't mean I have a trade, but I am zooming in, dropping to a 1-minute chart. Let's see what happens. First thing we want to see is, does price bounce off here or not? I'm not trading it. I have no interest in trading it. I'm interested in watching what happens when price gets there. Does it get here and bounce? That tells us something. If price rips through it, that tells us something different. So let's see what happens. Okay. There's the bounce. As I said, I'm not going to trade that. I did not trade that. But now I want this to make a new high here. Are we going to make a new high, or are we going to push further down? You had an initial, I'm going to call it a reaction. I don't call that a bounce yet. I call that, it had a reaction, but I wanted to see this be a wick. So what I wanted to see there is like a long wick off of it. That's not what happened. But you had a reaction. But bears are proving they are powerful. Look where the bull bear line is, guys. It's way up here. Bears are in control. Longs are counter. Small, if at all, require a second laddering for the safest trading. Certainly looking for price to get down to here. The next real session low is below it. But we'll see what happens here. That's all I can do is wait to see if price gets to here, what we're going to do. We got battle plan trade number 4 of where we're looking to engage in price. I think it's prudent to wait for that to happen. How you doing, Mr. Joe Turner? If it's the Joe Turner that I think I know, I would assume it is. Mr. Brooks in the house. Nice to see you, sir. Got a nice full room today.
You as well. Good morning.
Good morning, good sir. Brian, how did that French bread turn out? It looked good. You chose the hardest thing to make first, which is the French loaf bread, in my opinion. But good job. That looked amazing.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you, you could have made nunchucks out of them.
Yeah. One of the things they say,
The crust was hard, harder than I wanted to, and I didn't have fluffy air. in my bread. It was too dense. It's still good. It really tastes a lot like the Longhorn Steakhouse bread that they give you.
Right. One of the things you can do is put a pot of steaming hot water in your oven as you bake that French bread.
I did that.
Okay, cool. And you might need to experiment putting a little more yeast than the recipe calls for.
Yeah, whatever I need to do to get it more fluffy and airy.
You know,
It was just too dense. It was too cake-like for what I was trying to get to. But
I tell you, I'm a nerd. I have a baking journal, like a trade journal, and I use Airtable for that. And I put my notes in there, and then the next time, whatever I experimented with, I'll add that to my journal, and that way I know what the effect was, and then you'll dial it in for your region of the country and your humidity and all that stuff. So consider starting some kind of journal for those recipes so you can dial that in. Twilight Zone. What's that, Scott? Good, Mr. Joe Turner. All right, I'm still looking for price to get down to here. At least we took the London low. We did something. Yay. Asia low is here. I'm going to go ahead and mark. I didn't mark it, but it's starting to get enough time that I don't see it visually. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that. Let's go ahead and mark that as the overnight low. Asia. Okay. So we did take the London. So we'll drop in time frames, which we already are. We're on the 1 minute chart. We'd look for evidence of laddering back. It's the prudent thing to do at this point. Even though we want it to come further down. I've got to trade what's happening, not what I want to happen. We made amazing. I don't know how to pronounce that bread last night. I'm going to murder it if I try. Fakashi? I'm sure it's not that right. I don't know. Nice, Darren.
It's focaccia.
Focaccia. Thank you. I don't think I've ever heard that word said out loud. Do you still hear 3 people talking, Scott? Is there a major echo at this moment? I'd be curious if other people on YouTube are experiencing an echo. I would assume somebody would have said something. All right, there we go. Let's push on down here. Come on. There we go, the Asia low. I'm getting more and more interested in price now. Focaccia. We are at the watch out below. Longs are counter, small if at all, never making things worse. Waiting for a second ladder is the smartest way to trade this. It's only when he was talking. That's very interesting. Huh, didn't know that. I wonder why that is. Thank you for telling me. It's your speakers. Oh, that makes sense.
It was me, George, because I have my phone on the Zoom and it's sitting right here by my computer. So that
I muted your mic because it's echoing for YouTube people, because when you speak on Zoom, it comes through my loudspeakers, and then my microphone is picking it up too. Sorry, I didn't really realize that. So cool. Yeah, no big deal. Audio. Yeah, sorry. Thanks, guys. All right. So we did take the overnight low. Having a nice reaction off the strong area. We will drop in time frames, which we already are. We'll look for evidence of laddering back with level development. Not a horrible place to take an experimental trade if you took it. I'm going to wait for laddering, and maybe we'll get a little further down. I obviously hope it works for you, because I'd love to see laddering, and I'd love for you to have a great trade. Both ways, right? So we are at the watch out below area. Those are notes that you should see on your strong levels indicator. Just because I think that's an area it could happen. Doesn't mean it will. We are ES only. It provides plenty of opportunity for us. If you go to microstrader.com, on the upper left, the very first thing you can read is YES. We do look at the other indices for confluence. Are we all on the same train? I've normally would win here already more than once. Are we all on the same train? We all have downward sloping VWAPs.
Bigger picture, single prints, ranges.
The three majors are under previous day low. We have a downward sloping VWAP. Everyone's on the same train to the south. Russell, the redheaded stepchild, doesn't necessarily need to be on the same train. But at this point, we are all laddering down with nice moves. We have our October lows outlined here. And now let's see if we can come down to battle plan area number 4, published in last night's battle plan. That's something new we do. Mr. Joe Turner is publishing a battle plan each night, up to 5 entries that we're interested in taking. All right, let's see if this thing will come on down. So beginning of a single prints, that's a large set of single prints. Why? Because the low, I think, is there,
Stretch.
but
Workout.
I don't really need this node anymore. So as we said, be real careful with longs. Longs are counter, small if at all, never making things worse. Looking for a second ladder is best. Be real careful with limit order longs. We are under the watch out below. We are looking for price to come into this area and possibly give us a reaction back. This is what we needed. Come on down to the magnet. Come on down to the magnet. Mr. Scott Clark, especially as I am learning just 1 hour in the market is enough for me right now. Very cool. All right. Even though we don't trade it, it's nice to see the strong levels have a reaction and bounce, which is nice. I still want us to come down to here. But if we get back above this strong level, I'm going to be starting to get excited. So we got to trade what is happening, not what we want to happen. Whoa. Pushing buttons faster than the computer can react. All right. Nice strong level here. Nice strong level here. Nice strong level there. Getting a little reactions. I really wanted to go further down, but man, it's got to give me laddering. I'm first ladder longs I would be really cautious of, guys. I will call it out, but be cautious. We should be leveraged down somehow today, in my opinion. Come on, push down. Let's get down there. Bears are fully in control. As I said in last night's battle plan, I don't know if there are any bulls. Let's go take a peek at Bitcoin. That's one of the things we watch. It almost made it to my bounce level here, having a very nice reaction there. Almost made it. Nice reaction there. Beautiful. All right. Back to the drawing board here on ES. Patience. Just because we're moving doesn't mean we need to be in a trade. So if we can make it down to our magnet. Come on down. Come on down. So I have us of interest here. Oh, I don't know what I just did. I drew something somewhere. Magnet tool will mess it all up. So we're kind of looking for price to perhaps come down into here. I could also duplicate this. Let's just do that. Let's bring this bad boy down here. Whoops. Let's move you over here. All right. All right, I'm certainly looking for evidence of laddering back. I'd still prefer it to go further down. Doesn't mean it will. Bears are fully in control. Longs are counter, small if at all. I know. Yeah, Scott said, don't you love when the battle plans look so far away and suddenly you're getting close? It's true. Sometimes I'll put one away. I remember, I think it was battle plan 4 last. I was like, man, that's so far away. What am I doing? Boy, and we went there. Okay. Looking for strong level reclaims. If this thing came down to here and bounced, we would be interested in that as counting that as a first possible ladder. It would have to do it and get back above here. Bears are fully in control. Longs are counter, small if at all. Small if at all. Yesterday was a no trade day for us, Scott Clark. At the very end of the day, we got the battle plan trade. If you watch the AM briefing, which I would recommend doing. All right, we're almost there. We'll see what happens. You don't have to know what price is going to do. You have to know what you're going to do when price does it. You don't have to know what price is going to do. You have to know what you're going to do when price does it. All right, let's see if this thing can come on down into here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. How many 15-point candles has there been, Jackie? Come on. 8. 8 15-point candles, guys. Blood on the chart. You do not have to trade this. I hope we have deleveraged. Let's see what price wants to do right up in here. Coming into our magnet. I'm going to turn this on. Look at those. Every other candle's a 15-point candle. 11.2 ATR. Blood on the streets. All right, coming into the area that we might have a possible reaction. Okay, we're coming into the area that we're looking for there to be a price reaction. Doesn't mean it will happen. This is a very big vomit down. Be very careful trading this. Limit order longs are very dangerous. We are all on the same train. You do not need to trade this. All right, to the bottom of the strong range there. So between these two levels is where I'm hoping there's a reaction. This is an incredible move down. You want to be real careful trading this. Okay. Let's see if this wants to continue a turnaround type of move. Bears are in full control, as we've said over and over. Longs are counter, small if at all. Strong levels play very, very well, don't they? Okay. Came to our magnet. We're looking for a turnaround here. I'm going to drop to a 1-minute chart. Beautiful. This is what we do. Let's see if we can get a turnaround type of reaction here. I'm not predicting a turnaround. This is an area we are looking for price to give us a move. If you took that limit order long down there, congratulations. It's very risky, but it's where we're looking for price to turn around. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now let's see if we can reclaim some of this here, and we maybe get a later entry. That would be a safer entry than just a limit order long there. Absolutely beautiful. What you think of that, Mr. Scott Clark? Very nice. If you're long, try to stay long, capturing at least half of that profit of this move. Very nice. Hopefully there is a reaction there off of that level. It pulls back in some and then gets back above. That would be ideal. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Very dangerous price action if you choose to trade this. So these strong levels here did their job each way of the way down and doing their job on the way back as well. Very nice. Cool. We were calm, cool, and collected, wanting it to come to our magnet, looking for a reaction and possible ladder back. We're expecting there to be some difficulty here at this level. Hopefully it'll push down a little bit more and we get back above. We shall see. Beautiful. Come on and push down. And ideally, I'd like to see this thing push down into here, get back above. We do something like this. We will judge what happens as it happens. We'll trade what's happening, not what we want to happen. Very fast price action on the DOM. Dangerous.
No level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Still waiting for some laddering here. I'd like to see it push down and then give us a, this thing just keeps pushing up. I don't have anything I can do. I did not take a trade here. I know traders in our group who did. Very nice. I would like to see this thing push down to somewhere in here and then get back above. That would be great. Somewhere about in here. Bears still control. Careful with any entries. See if this thing wants to push down a little bit, and then do we get a reaction back up? Okay, now can the Bulls push it back up, or is the Bears still in control? Dangerous price action. Okay, there's the push down and the first push back up. Let's see if it can push through. Very nice. Yep, I got long at 15. So I am long. It made it to battle plan trade 4 area. It pulled back where we wanted it to. I took that, and then I was able to have a nice small stop. Beautiful. I'm going to ensure a green day here. I don't want this thing to get back under 19. So I'm going to lock 3 points. I'm up 12, but I'm going to lock 3 points, and this will be my only trade most likely. If it gets me out, I'll be green 3 points. If it decides to roll up, it'll be a beautiful, beautiful day. So there was my entry. And looks like it's going to come get me, but hey, I'm going to take my 3 points and be done if it does it. What do I care? This is dangerous price action. Can't get over that strong level. That sucks. You were hoping the next push up, I'm out. You were hoping that next push up, it did it. Oh, well. So first ladders, I sometimes am aggressive in the profit. Second ladder, I'll wait a little bit longer. So I'm out. And if it pops back above the strong level, I still might take those if they present themselves. But now I actually want it to make a new low. My preference now is it makes a new low. So, hey, I made 3 points. I'll take it. Nothing to write home to mama about, but reacted where we wanted it to react. Is it going to follow through? I don't know. I'm counter. When you're counter, following at 50% is a great way to do that. I'm not going to do multiple contracts when I'm counter, so that's not an option for me. So let's see if we make a new low. Let's go take a peek at everybody else. Are we all on the same train? Well, 3 of us are for sure. The 3 that matter the most. So let's see if we can make a new low, guys, and we'll judge and see if we get another reaction back. So we mapped this out. That didn't quite happen the way we wanted it to. Oh, well. I did get 1 entry there. We'll see if we can make a new low and do it again. Come on, new low. Very nice. New low. Come on. Let's go back to our base chart, 3-minute chart. Let's turn this on. I can remove the magnet. Look at those 15-point candles, guys. This is no trade day. No trade day. If you're going to do it, small, if at all. Only at a location you can have a small stop. I had a 3-point stop on mine, actually, I believe. Look at those 15-point candles. My goodness. See if we can make a new low. Maybe come into the bottom of this little area here. About 97, 98. Let's see what happens. Come on. Push a new low. Come on. I really want a new low. I don't need this on. I only need the candles and our strong levels. Very nice strong levels. Very nice. I'm pleased with that. New low. Come on. Bears are in control. Longs are counter. Small, if at all. Very large candles. What's the ATR on a 3-minute, Jackie? Or anybody? 12.6. Thank you, Joshua. That's big. That's big. And for what? Bears control. Just throw this on here. New low or break the trend line. Hope everybody's being safe. Understanding the riskiness of today's price action. Knowing it's best to be closed down. And if you're watching for the love of price action, cool. Let's do that together. I would prefer a new low, but we know it doesn't have to do that. We'll trade off what happens. Anybody know if the Cloudflare thing has been resolved?
Bigger picture. Single prints. Ranges.
Okay, I'm looking for it to clear this and then to clear that. Here, let's bring that back. The better long is here. I wish it would have made a new low. Attacking the strong level again. Maybe it'll reject and make a new low for us. Let's see what happens. Nice strong candle. I bet that was a 15 borner. All right, let's see if this thing wants to bounce here and then get above. We'll see what happens. Man. Woo, strong price action. Danger, danger. All right, now let's see if it wants to come down here and bounce and get back above. If for some reason we get like one of these candles, I will officially close my DOM. I'm out. It's got to give me a, so if price gets back up to here without me in it, I'm probably done. Sometimes you can get in the trade and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. All right, so this thing comes back to here. This is a trade. This is a trade. Very dangerous price action. Very dangerous price action. Not every day is like this, of course. Dangerous price action. But we appear to be breaking this little trend line here that I popped up. Like I said, if it pushes back down to here, this can be an entry, or it pops above here, gives that could be an entry. Don't have to be the first one long, although it's fun when you are. Well, you know what's funny about the battle plan here is it dipped down in this area. It came back and bounced off the top of the strong range, but I did not take that trade. I did not take that trade. But boy, that would have been the one that paid. My goodness. Came right back to it. Jeez. Very nice.
Should I be trading?
You still in,
Am I
Joshua?
biased? Am I following price or fighting price?
Are you still in, Joshua? How many contracts are you still in?
I'm not in them anymore because it was the final profit to close out the evals.
Oh, okay. Nice. Proper trading. Use those strong ranges. I mean, you know, the longer you're here, the more you'll you'll trust them, right? All right, let's see if this thing wants to come off the strong level. Bears control, longs are counter, small if at all, never making things worse. All right, I am long off of that touch of the strong range. My stop is at 1 tick profit. Hands off. Nice, Darren. So will it continue? I have no clue. All I know is where I'm interested in engaging in price, and I will engage in price. Come on, get up there. Don't double tap. Don't double tap. Get up there. There we go. Come on. Get up there. Nice, guys. Nice trading. We mapped it out. We waited for it. We got it. We took it. How far does it go? I wish I knew. I'm going to lock part of this move, though. Once again, I'm going to lock 3 points. This is just very violent price action.
Stretch. Workout. Get up.
That'll give me 3 points from the first trade, 3 points from this trade. And I'm fine with that. 5 to 10 points a day is all you really need. Do that consistently day after day. You're going to do great. So I'm locking in 3 points, and that's it. It needs to go. Needs to go right now. I'm going to go refill my drink. I will be right back. And YouTube, this is what we do. Come on, clear this strong level. It was so tempting to take the 10-pointer. I'm going to keep it at 3 points. If it gets me, that will conclude my morning. IB highs and lows in 3 minutes. I'm going to screenshot this so I can use it in tonight's recap. Come on, pop it. Go back to a 3-minute chart for a second. That's what we're looking for. Will it continue going up? I don't know. I hope it does, but if you'll notice, I only had the arrow coming this high. It's kind of funny, but I do that because that's kind of where I think the move might peter out. And then got to wait for a new entry. So I'm hoping it blows the top, but I wasn't expecting that on the mapping. And I'm out. I'm done. I'm going to take my points and be done, guys. I'm literally closing my platform. Let me make sure I've exited everything. Very nice. Very nice. If you did the 3 contract system on it, try to follow it perfectly. I'm only trading 1 contract in this volatility, so I don't have the options that you may have. So I'm done. I will just continue to watch price action for the love of price action the next 30 minutes. Now, if we could have, I was not going to take this trade because I was wanting a new low, but that was the way the battle plan was laid out. I would now probably have my stops here for 2 of them and keep this back at 1. So that's how I would do that. If you entered with 3, at this point, you'd have your stops behind here for 2 of them. If it gets under the strong level, I want to be out of 2 and then keep 1 back just
IB high,
in
IB low.
just in case. All right, you got IB highs and lows now, gentlemen and ladies. IB low, IB high. If you are still trading and this thing can pop this with a vengeance, I think you've got another entry if you wanted it, but I'm 2 for 2. I'm going to be done. 2 for 2 on this price action day. I've got to be done. It's wise. Now, on this one, had you done the 3 contract system and that thing popped up for a quick 10 pointer, you take your 10, and you keep it at a minus position, but I didn't do that. I only did 1 contract. So back to the drawing board. I'm really disappointed. Well, disappointed, I don't know if that's the right word, but it bounced beautifully here. We needed that to push through. Had we pushed through there, oh, we would have been so beautiful. But boy, these strong levels here are helping contain price. We are at the expected range. We are at the watch out below. Bears control. They don't appear to really have let go yet. If what would entice me to trade again, because my platform is closed, it would have to make a new low. It made a new low, I would probably be interested. When I entered this trade, by the way, my stop was the 3 points that I had made earlier. And I will go for a break-even day and be done. It's 13. Wow. Let's go to a 3-minute chart. Let's just look at the Christmas tree. I'm going to turn off the strong levels. Let's reduce what we're looking at. So every red candle you're about to see is 15 points or more. A 13 ATR, conventional wisdom, would say your stop needs to be 20 to 30 points. It's a no trade day. No trade. Really no trading in here. I mean, we happened to map out an opportunity that offered a very small stop. Let's go back and look at that again, actually. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let me turn on the strong levels because we're trading around them. This trade right here could have had the smallest of stop losses. That was fine. I took this trade here with a 3-point stop loss. I was going to allow this front side to be my protection layer, and that actually is what performed the best, is that front side. So nice. Okay, so it took out this low here, and maybe that's the only low they're going to do. Now you look for this. I'm not going to trade that. I'm out. I think I've pushed my own luck today with 2 trades in this price action. So I'm going to be wise and not trade unless we made a new low, and then I would look at it again with a fresh set of eyes. Doesn't look like they're going to make a new low, but what do I know? All right, 27 minutes left for our Zoom and YouTube. Andrew, are we doing your Zoom today, or is that next Tuesday? What do you want to do, Andrew? Maybe you hadn't got your questions together yet. Also, the AM briefing was on point. Is this a snappy ladder back PA? It's even ugly on the 1 minute. It is certainly you only got the first ladder, didn't you? You only got the first ladder. Here, actually, I would count that as a first ladder here. Just not really clean. It's not as clean as we wanted. Okay, so let's turn these things off. I want to keep them for review later, but I'm going to turn these things off. All right, IB highs and lows. Let's get this in the session folder. Oh, I know what I meant to talk in the AM briefing this morning. I forgot to talk about it. That short from here last night. And if you'd have kept your contract back, you'd have had a 100-pointer. I meant to talk about that this morning, but oh well, let me delete this. I'm going to keep it just in case. I want to talk about it later. Delete. What is this? The Monday POC. Okay. Be high and low. Session levels. Oh yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm turning off some stuff. See what I got. All right, let me turn on my session levels real quick. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Let's go ahead and mark this as the London high. Because we may not see that for days. You never know. I'm not interested in
George. Next Tuesday would be the perfect day.
Okay, let's touch base going into next week and just reconfirm. Cool.
That sounds great. Thanks so much.
You're welcome, sir. All right, see if we can make a new low. Come on. AM briefing for Wednesday. I'm just organizing some stuff in my object tree, guys. All right. Give me a second. Sorry, I got 3 images here. What are these? Oh, yeah, they were Caleb. Good job, Caleb. Are you in here? He's not in here right now. Okay. See if we can make a new low. Bull. Bears are in control. Yeah, what a crazy morning, Scott. I mean, look at the number of those 15-point candles. I don't know if you were here when we were trading earlier, but we called out a couple entries. They both actually did fantastic, but very dangerous, very dangerous. Yeah, look at that. That's just crazy. But it made it down to our magnet. It's having a reaction off there that we like. Let's bring back on our strong levels. Okay, they bring some structure. I like that. Let's go ahead and remove them at this time, and let's just look at the candles. So is this a rest period for the bears, and they're going to get ready to pounce again? I made my 2 trades. My platform is closed. Alex, it's a good place to be in the I don't care. I'm reading your journal entry here. But now I honestly don't care anymore. That's really where you have to be. When I really talk about You got to not care. You really don't. Like, this is my system, period. I'm going to trade this system, whether I feel like it or not. It like it really doesn't matter. You got to be in that place where you go, oh well, oh well, oh well. It's a headspace you have to get into, and a system for that. I mean, I read your journal entry, so nice job. Nice job. All right. Let's see if we can make a new low. I feel like we need a new low.
No level.
Okay,
no
Scott.
Trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
I don't know if you're going Scott Clark, but I hear you. I will look at that later today. I wasn't lying when I said I expected a massive move this week. Not that that gives us a trade. Just feels like that's what's going to happen this week. You don't need to do an end of the day chart for today. There are 15-point candles everywhere. There's no sense in, like, okay, you don't have to do that part of your homework. And now we're just excruciatingly slow. If we make a new low here, I might be interested in re-engaging in price. But other than that, we'll be done. Seems like the energy of the price action has been zapped. Price is seeming happy here. I'm certain POC is here. Yep. And now if I was to continue trading past our trade time, you want to look at this block here. Want to see one of these two things happen. I would not be interested in trading inside of here. And that would be my instructions, my advice, I don't know what word I should be using. How I'm seeing it. One trader's opinion. Let's go take a peek at everybody else. We seem to be stalling here as well. So the train has made a pit stop somewhere in Chattanooga, picking up new people. That's just a fun city to say, Chattanooga. When I was a little boy, I'm going to say 5th, 6th, 7th grade, Chattanooga hosted the World's Fair, and I got to go to the World's Fair. That was pretty cool. I actually still have the little paper ticket stub from it. That's the only thing I know about Chattanooga. All right.
Bigger picture. Single prints. Ranges.
I got nothing here. My opinion, we need a deeper push. Let's come on down here. Let's take this weekly low. We got another monthly low down here. Let's go ahead and get down there. I would welcome that. 100%. Got to be pleased with how these levels have played. That's nice. Kind of ping-ponging back and forth like a pinball machine. I think we need a new low. I don't know. Or a massive tweet. If you haven't traded today, you did the right thing. You were on the right side of price action. We did get 1 or 2 entries that you could have used a 3-point stop loss or less. But other than that, there's really been nothing. My goodness. Go to a 3-minute chart. There's nothing I'm interested in trading into there, so there's no sense in being on a 1-minute chart. So in all honesty, the next place I would like it to go to is down there at that 65.70 overnight low and weekly low. Wonderful target I would look to re-engage in price. I could care less to be short on the way there. So if you wanted to put in an alert on your chart, I would put it at like 65.75 and put an alert and walk away. And if price gets there, come back and look at the chart. Wow, absolutely nothing here. We'll watch it to the top of the hour.
Stop trading in 10 minutes. Only trade your best trading hours. Take a break. Walk away. Be done. Be content. Adjust afternoon risk settings.
All right, let's see if this thing wants to push a new low here. All right. Sometimes there's hours of waiting for your next entry. Just the way it is. I don't trust the bulls yet. Laddering tells me so. Well, if I'm happy with anything here, this was mapped out. The next area of interest we're looking to trade certainly has proven to be that area of interest, which is great. I didn't give this trade much of a move, in all honesty. It kind of capped out there. I mean, I was hopeful because I was long, but I also didn't draw that thing to go all the way down. Let's go over here. Let's look at this battle plan. Here, let me remove a lot of that. Let's go to battle plan 6. So battle plan 6 here on Sunday night, I made the tail come all the way down to here because that's where I believed price was going to arrive. So sometimes, I try to, what do I know? Seriously, honestly, what do I know? I believe this was going to be where we could short, and this is where it was going to go if that trade worked out. And so that's why yesterday we had the magnet setting right there. Maybe I deleted the magnet. I don't remember. But this is where we had our magnet in the morning. So yeah. So that's why in battle plan 4 here, I don't know how far price is going to go, but I try to map it to where I think it might go based off where it is on the chart. So not too shabby, not too shabby. Bears are in control. Longs are counter, small if at all, requiring a second ladder is the safest bet. If you get a really good push down to the say in here, you can be a little more aggressive on that. If for some reason the next 6 minutes we come here, we'll keep trading. If not, I'm out. Well, I take that back. If we make a new low, I'll watch a little bit longer. But if not, that'll be it. Darren, you're our newest member. Was today helpful in this environment? I think it's the first time. It's been a while since we've had this environment that we've had to trade. During the tariff, back in February or March, you had this every day. Very much. Okay. Thank you, sir. I don't remember. Did you get an entry or did you just stand back? Oh, my mama made her gingerbread cookies this morning. Okay. Very nice. Perfect. Way to go, Darren. Yeah. Nothing here for me. I would really prefer to see us come on down here if possible, but making a new low is fine too. If you were to continue trading, I wanted to use an arrow 1 second. If it made it down to this strong level here and got back above here, that would be of interest.
Stretch. Workout. Get up.
And my biggest level of interest would be down here. Nice, Joe. I'll see you later, my friend. All right, YouTube, I think I'm going to bid you farewell. Thanks for joining me today. If you'll hit the like, share button, what a beautiful day it was. I'll see you another day.